Chrissie Swan Show.
The festival of my birthday continued yesterday, and I promise you it's over now. And I've got a good reason for it, because my actual birthday on Friday I spent on a Disney cruise.
Yeah.
Away from everybody. So then I had to have the family on with my mum and my sister and la la la. So I did that yesterday, and my sister made me a very special birthday cake. Have you heard of jelly cakes?
I have not.
So they're a really old-fashioned, I want to say Australian, I don't know, but it's a CWA recipe.
Oh, okay.
Right, and they're small, tiny little sponges cut in half, filled with fresh whipped cream, and then you dip either side of it in a thick jelly. It's raspberry jelly, but you don't make it to the directions, so it's like a syrup. And then once that's all stuck to the outside, you put some coconut on there. And she spent 6 hours making this tower of cakes.
Well, before you walked into the studio, tried one myself.
Oh, did you? I was going to give you one right now.
No, I've eaten one. It was really nice, but is there a cake moment in there?
I thought that you had a little bit of coconut on your lip, and that is exactly what it was.
Yeah, I was chuffing one down.
Yes, they're two little sponges. Two little sponges with cream in the middle.
I was not expecting the sponge moment.
Yes, I've brought these in for you and for Tom, and also Joel Chrissie has messaged and said please bring them in. So
well, also
Swanee,
someone else who should try one is Matt Preston, because he's going to be joining us before 3 p.m.
Oh, he'll love them.
To talk to us about his new memoir. Which is called Big Mouth, so you don't want to miss that. But next, Mystic Chrissie.
Specsavers is helping Chrissie with her mystical visions. Should have gone to Specsavers.
Lorraine, you know what a jelly cake is, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Most people don't, Lorraine, but I knew that you did. And not only do you know what they are, you've got a specific person or memory attached to jelly cakes.
No, not particularly, sorry.
Oh, Lorraine.
What about pavlovas, Lorraine? Do you make a pavlova?
I've tried and I've failed,
That's-
but my sister-in-law is really good at it.
I knew someone was really good because I've written down pavlova. You're more of a charcuterie board girl.
I am. Sort of perfecting that, yes.
What's Lorraine's go-to cheese on a charcuterie board?
She likes a... No, I answered this, Lorraine, not you.
Sorry.
You like a sharp, tasty, like a sharp cheddar.
Yeah, or a creamy blue.
Same.
Either or.
Same, yeah.
Now, you're a bit indecisive, aren't you, Lorraine?
Sometimes.
Yes, and there is an October or September birthday around you.
Yes, there is. It's mine.
What does Lorraine want for her birthday, Mystic Chrissie?
Well, the next thing I've written down here is velvet tracksuit. Now, this is either something that you want for your birthday, which baby Jack has suggested, or maybe back in the 90s or early 2000s, I think it was, you had a velvet tracksuit.
I certainly did.
Was it navy?
No, it was a beige colour.
Ah.
Iconic.
Would have been nice. Yeah. I was ahead of my time.
You love the taste.com.au website.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
And you are a super, not regular girl.
What?
Lorraine knows what I mean.
I think I do too. Mystic.
Yes, most of say yes.
Don't worry, me too. It doesn't mean anything.
That's right. Yeah, no.
Now, I've written down here, Scooby-Doo, Daffy Duck, Disney. Did you watch Scooby-Doo growing up all the time?
Yes. Well, I've watched plenty of episodes.
And is Disneyland like a thing for you? Like a dream or an interest area, or have you been?
No, I haven't been. There's other places I'd rather go before there, I think. Like Europe.
Truth.
There is a Disneyland there. You don't you worry.
Well,
There's one in Paris. And here's my last hit.
Yes.
Crowded House. You love them.
Love might be
Or
a
maybe
strong word.
how many people live in your house, Lorraine?
No, only 3.
But you love Taylor Swift, don't you, Lorraine?
I do love Tailspin.
Oh, she's coming
I'm
up.
not going.
And you have a VIP Specsavers voucher for one pair of glasses or sunglasses and $250 cash to enjoy, Lorraine.
Thank you so much.
Swanee, I keep reminding to tell you, and I remember every time we're on air, I love these specs you're wearing at the moment.
Thank you.
They're really great.
They were the original Specsavers ones.
Oh,
the
they're
first ones I
elite.
got. Thank you.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
It's Chrissie time at Priceline Pharmacy, and you're sure to find a little something for everyone, from fragrances and gifts to a new party look. Give great gifts, feel fab, and love paying less. That's the Chrissie spirit.
Head in store or online at priceline.com.au. Chrissie's Clickbait.
Big night of television last night. Huge Masked Singer finale. Then there were three out in one go. And I just want to have a moment's silence for my ever-dwindling reservoir of energy on that shoot day, because we shot the whole thing until like 2 a.m.
Oh, no.
One after the other, after the other.
And people don't realise on those shoots, like, they are long for just one normal episode.
Correct.
So doing a finale with 3 unmaskings.
I know. Look, I can't whinge because it's like the best dress-up party I've ever been to.
No, but you're allowed to win.
But here were the top 3. Bouncer, the kangaroo, was Conrad Sewell.
Called it first step.
I know you
Easy.
did. You were so good at that. Runner-up, controversially
This was
for
good.
some, Grim Reaper,
Should've won.
was Darren Hayes.
And I remember coming to the first episode and you and I were outside backstage and Abby Chatfield came up to say hi. And she's like, that's got to be Darren Hayes. And you were like, no, it's not. He's not doing this show.
Yeah, and he was.
And he was.
And she lost her mind.
Yeah, that would have been
God.
Christmas for her.
She loved him. And, of course, the Snow Fox, the one I guessed. Listen to this.
Wow.
Dami Im, that voice is a phenomenon.
I take it back. She deserved to win.
Gosh, she's
That
extraordinary.
performance was amazing.
And that was it. That was a wrap for the season.
And you called the winner, Swanee.
I sure did.
Credit where credit is due.
Sure did. I actually sat on that for a few weeks because, they didn't want me to just guess them all. But, there you go.
The gal knows. Congratulations.
The gal
and
knows.
Back next season.
Apparently.
Apparently.
I hope so, because it's so much fun. And I just love everybody's guesses and everyone gets into it. People are preparing CSI dossiers at home and showing
cute.
me. I just love it. It's great for the whole family, which is rare in a TV show. Now, one of the greatest reveals of all time on The Masked Singer was LaToya Jackson. She was inside Burger Gal. And and she's, of course, the sister of legendary performer Michael Jackson. Now, I uncovered this piece of audio on Instagram. He would vocal stack his songs, right? Have a listen to how many layers it took to make. I think it's Thriller, isn't it? Yeah, have a listen.
You start to freeze.
So there's one.
You start to freeze. You start to freeze. And so it looks you right between the eyes. Thriller, thriller, love. Thriller, thriller.
They're all separate and then together. Whoa.
So sick.
So amazing.
No auto-tune needed when you've got a voice like that.
Absolutely not.
Next, we're playing a round of Who Am I?
Who am I? A queen in the kitchen? Could be. Now find your queen vanilla in the baking aisle to discover how a little queen does wonders in your bakes.
What's my name? Who is it?
Chrissie Swan's Who Am I?
Do you ever do that, Alexis? You hear a voice on the radio and you imagine someone completely unrelated's face singing the song?
Absolutely. I'm terrible with matching the face and the name.
So you just make it up. Good on you.
Absolutely.
Me too. Go and listen to Bastille and imagine Matt Preston singing it and you will be floored. All right, let's get you some cash, my girl. It's all thanks to Queen Baking. Queen Baking, a massive ingredient, the vanilla sponge in the little jelly cakes that my sister made me yesterday. We've got $500 here with your name on it, Alexis. Fancy name, by the way, Alexis.
Thank you.
Fancy suburb too, Alexis. I can see it.
I bet you love a bit of Anne's Pantry, don't you, Alexis?
Oh, I do.
Every incorrect answer you give, I take $100. Are we ready to go?
Yes, ready.
I am an Australian that loves spending time outdoors.
Cindy Irwin.
No.
I love how you play, though. Just get in there with a guess. Clue number 2 for $400 cash.
Oprah and I have spent some time together. Seal of approval from Big O.
I don't know.
I wonder if
Chris
Gail
Brown.
likes them.
I don't know.
Not Dr. Chris Brown. Clue number 3 for $300 cash.
Some would say I've got considerable man power.
Oh, it's Jamie Jury.
Jamie Jury.
$300 cash for you, Alexis.
And do you remember last year on The Masked Singer, he was the tiger, and it was the sexiest mask that has ever been on that show.
I do remember. I do watch.
Oh, he was hot.
Okay.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
I was the first fan in this country of this man, Matthew Preston.
Yes, you were. Thank you, Chrissie.
Do you remember you came in to the studio in 2008?
I believe, was that Vega?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Who was there? There was you, there was Dicko.
Yep.
There was
Dave O'Neill.
Dave O'Neill, that's right.
And I loved you then and I love you now.
Oh, I loved you then and I love you still.
And now you've got a book, Matthew. Big Mouth. Why didn't you call it Pompous Windbag?
because you'd already taken that name.
A memoir.
And I reckon Big Mouth is pretty good, you know. I mean, I've made my living out of my mouth, whether stuff coming out of it or stuff going into it. So it seemed like the perfect way of starting.
What was the hardest thing to write? What are people going to be the most interested in? Because you are a very open book. There's not much.
Yeah, but I'm not really.
Know.
You know,
okay.
I know. You know, I'm very open about 30% of my life. I think it's probably when doing the audio book and reading what you've written out loud, the stuff I really struggle with. The hardest thing was probably reading the letter that my mum wrote 2 days after my brother died, age 22. She went down and found him fallen out of bed, and it's this whole thing about the steps of going and then the ambulance coming and them trying to distract her, and then going to this horrid, brutal waiting room which has got no windows and smells of stale cigarettes, and then the nurses just walking with a big file of papers, and on the back of the papers there's a big blue sticker that says refrigerate, and she knew at that point that her son was dead. So that was really hard to read, and it's quite hard still, obviously, to talk about.
Of course. On a happier note,
it's not all depressing down stuff. But.
On a happier note, I mean, I love that your book is a whole life, which means peaks and troughs, of course. And I loved reading your primary school reports.
How good is it finding your primary school reports? Because, Chrissie Swan, I thought I was a bit of a gun at school.
Yeah.
I thought I was pretty smart.
Yeah.
And
we can tell from these reports.
And that wasn't necessarily the case.
No. I mean, the old adage, give me the man at 7. Give me the boy at 7, I'll give you the man. Matthew has a heart as big as his frame. He is gay, tough, and thorough.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about the thorough, but it's nice. But these are the days when reports are written as an expression of your teacher's creativity.
Yeah.
You know, rather than pressing it's either comment A, B, or C.
Yeah.
They'd actually write things like, my favourite one is the Matthew is not above helping himself to the answers of other boys in tests. The problem is he often picks the wrong boy.
Oh, that is wonderful.
It's freaking gold. So yeah, I'm making bad decisions even age 7.
For OG MasterChef fans as well, because I know a lot of people listening will want a bit of MasterChef gold.
Of course.
There's some stuff in there.
You do open up a little bit about that as well.
Absolutely. And I think that's, that was 11 years of my life. And I think writing the book with this 4 years since MasterChef allowed me to have a sense of perspective, and having done MKR and having done Dancing with the Stars and having done all these other things, MasterChef was this weird beast. Normally talent are like talent schmalent, you know. They're kind of we're an inconvenient thing that TV people have to have on their television.
Yes.
And with MasterChef, it was amazing how involved we were, and that gave us a real sense of joy and engagement with the show. And I had an amazing 11 years and left loving it as much as I did. In fact, let's be honest, I loved it more when I left than when I started, for sure.
Well, you and Gary were frosty at the beginning.
Yeah, well, you know the thing. I'd gone to review Gary's restaurant, and in that way that often would happen with critics back in the day, Sod's Law would say that I got the wobbly table.
Yes,
okay.
Of course.
And so the whole review is about the wobbly table. Way to put some plate down, and the table wobbles and the wine spills.
Out of the three of you, I feel like I'm not alone when I say that when I think of MasterChef, I think of you. Visually, I don't know, it was just...
Of course.
It was your show.
I'm twice the size of the other two. That is the reason.
You're like a mascot. You're like the Paddle Pop Lion, for Paddle Pop.
Humphrey B. Bear.
And your fashion as well, for me, like the fashion speaks to me.
Of course.
I remember the outfits and the cravat.
And the outfits were one of the great joys. Imagine someone coming in and saying,
How fun.
beginning of the year, what do you want to wear? And you're going, how about frock coats?
Yes.
Yeah.
How about we go down the route of white jeans?
Yeah.
How about liberty? What is this magical wonderful
I
place
love
called
it.
TV?
Did you ever utter the phrase, let's do Willy Wonka meets Brokeback Mountain? Because I'm fairly sure that there was an outfit that fit that brief.
Undoubtedly there was, along with Man from Del Monte meets Colombian drug lord.
Of course, the iconic looks. Speaking of icons,
Yes.
You are one, obviously, and we fell in love with you when MasterChef first started. We also fell in love with Po Ling Yao.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And she has been announced in one of my favourite television appointments ever as a host next year of MasterChef. What was that like to see the apprentice become the master?
Oh, well, I saw it already with Andy Allen. I was so happy when Andy got that job. And the idea of Po, who's had an amazing career post-MasterChef. And again, that old rule, you can come second and still be a beautiful success.
Your book has been released. It is available at all good bookstores and online.
Yes.
It is Big Mouth, and it's such a juicy read. Thank you so much for coming in, Matt.
An absolute pleasure. Happy birthday.
Oh, yes, my birthday, which reminds me, my sister made this Australian iconic dessert, a pile of them. Not unlike the Croquembouche, a pile of these jelly cakes. It's an Australian recipe.
A jelly cake is a great thing.
And I'm going to share one with you, Matt.
I'm honoured to get it, because let's face it, people think Lamington, but the jelly cake is what the Lamington always wanted to be.
Far superior.
Far superior.
Let's enjoy
Multiple
this.
textures.
Let's enjoy this.
This is the Chrissie Swan Show.
Oh, my goodness. It was fever pitch at my house yesterday when the news broke that two iconic things that my daughter loves more than anything have teamed together for a collaboration.
The minute I got an email about this collab, I thought of Peg and how this is like Christmas Day for her.
McDonald's and Crocs. I don't know where she was, somewhere else in the house when the news broke, because I just heard from down the hallway, Mom! So we've gone online, we've chosen.
Because there are 4 colours, right, Swan?
Yeah, the grimace ones I would have chosen for her, but lucky I wasn't alone, because she doesn't want the grimace ones. She wants the French fries ones, the bright yellow ones, or maybe the Hamburglar ones.
See, I'm not a Crocs dude. I'm definitely a Macca's guy. But the red Croc, I feel like, is the standout of those 4.
And do you know what else is the standout? The gibbets. Do you know what one of a gibbets is?
I do, thanks to you, the little bits that you stick onto the Croc.
The little bits that you stick on. And she was already online last night. I haven't got her the goddamn Crocs yet, but she's already buying Nugs gibbets. You can get a little set of 3 nuggets that you put into your... I mean, they are the world's most fabulous food, aren't they? The
best.
The nugs.
Hey, we're all loving Tate McRae at the moment, Swanee, and next in Chrissie's Quizzy, we have tickets to her tour that she announced yesterday. You can catch her live in concert on her Think Later World Tour 2024. Tickets go on sale this coming Tuesday at livenation.com.au.
Chrissie's Quizzy.
I saw somebody comment on Insta because I've been, my vlog era has started. And I'm always wearing a bum bag at home, at work, everywhere. But people don't understand it. It's never off. There's a whole lot of questions about why have you got a bum bag in the kitchen? I'm like, I never take it off. That's why. And then someone weighs in thinking they know the answer and they're like, she sells them. I hear her plugging them all the time. She's making a fortune on Nova from bum bags. I assure you that is not the case. I mention again the words money can't buy.
Literally cannot buy.
Chrissie Swan Show bum bags. And Chloe, you want one, I know.
Yes, I do.
Do you want one for the bum bag, Chloe, or because there are Tate McRae tickets inside said bum bag?
Well, my daughter will love the Tate McRae tickets, and I will rock that bum bag.
100%. There's something in it for
I love
everyone.
Chrissie.
Beck, what do you think of Tate McRae?
Absolutely love her music. I'm
She's
so excited to go to
so
the concert
good.
if I get to go.
All right, okay, let's shake it out, everyone. Shake it out and relax. You got 5. There's lots of questions here, actually. It's the best of 5. Meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the bum bag, but more importantly, let's face it, the Tate McRae tickets are what you're after.
Absolutely. Question number 1.
Your names are your buzzers. Which horse won the Melbourne Cup yesterday? I'll take a number or a name.
Oh, Chloe.
Chloe?
Was it number 10?
It wasn't number 10. I don't think it was anyway. I think it was number 3. Without a fight.
Yes, it was number 3. Yeah, I remember now.
Question number 2. In which country is the city of Dubai located?
Beck,
Yes, Beck.
UAE.
Yes, correct. Oh, well done.
1 point to Beck. Question number 3.
This is an audio question. Can you name this song?
Chloe.
Yes, Chloe. It's our girl.
What was that?
Greedy. Yes, Greedy. Yes.
1 point to Chloe, 1 point to Beck. It's even Steven.
Oranges are rich in which vitamin?
Chloe.
Yes, Chloe.
Vitamin
I
C.
think Beck does.
Oh.
Chloe did get in first. I'm sorry, Beck. 2 points to Chloe,
Beck.
1 to Beck. Question number 5.
Snow Fox won the Masked Singer last night. Which celebrity was hiding under the mask?
Beck.
Yes, Beck.
I haven't been watching.
Oh my gosh. I've got it. Samantha. Jade.
No, it was Dummy M.
Question number 6.
Which phone carrier suffered an outage for most...
Chloe, Beck,
yes,
Beck,
Chloe.
Beck, Beck.
Chloe. It was Optus, correct. Okay. Chloe's just won the damn thing.
Oh, you've won it, Chloe. Well done. Oh,
Oh my god.
Beck, I can feel your disappointment, but the good news is
Sorry, Beck.
Chloe's daughter is going to get to go and see one of her favourite artists, and you get the bum bag, Chloe.
And Beck, my advice is to jump on to livenation.com.au next Tuesday at 3 p.m. because that is when the Tate McRae tickets to her Think Later World Tour 2024 go on sale.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
I want to know who you've gone to school with that became famous here on the Chrissie Swan Show on Nova. Call me now. I can't wait. This story has brought us so much joy.
So much.
So imagine Lady Gaga. I think it's Stephanie Germanotta.
It sure is.
Is her original name. Imagine if Lady Gaga was on her birth certificate. I'd be mad for that.
And also, like, cool by the parents.
So cool. Lady Gaga. No, she was Stephanie Germanotta, I think. Notta or Netta. Anyway, she went to school at an art school in New York City.
Tish's School of the Arts.
Tish, that sounds like, someone from, that TV show that I tried to watch, Dance Moms. Her name should be Tish.
Yes.
That evil woman.
Did you not finish Dance Moms?
I couldn't, Jack. It was so awful.
I know, but Abby Lee Miller is so awful that I would not be able to switch it off.
Sorry, after about 2 episodes, we digress from this story, but Abby Lee Miller, that is tantamount to abuse. And I would say, because Peg's like, let's watch it together. I think it'll be fun. After the first episode, I said, I cannot in good conscience sit here as an adult and watch my child watch another adult speak to children in this way.
But you can take solace in the fact she ended up in prison.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm very glad about that. But let's get back to Lady Gaga. She went to an art school in New York City, obviously always very talented. But she did go to school with a girl called Carly Waddell, who ended up being on The Bachelor and a bit of a breakout star. Much like Abby Chatfield, I reckon.
Over in the States, yeah.
Over in the States. And Carly has sat down and reminisced about her time at school with the great Lady Gaga.
Stephanie, during lunch, she would play on the piano. There's a piano because you would eat just in like a dance studio.
Yeah.
And she would sit at the piano every single day and just play and sing Wicked at the top of her lungs every day.
Okay.
And we were all just trying to eat lunch.
Just like break time.
Yeah, it was break time. And we were all like forced to listen to her. And yes, was she good? Of course. But I just wanted to eat my sandwich, you know?
Interesting.
And so I used to just eat in the hallway.
Did
because
everyone-
she was driving me crazy.
I can see this so clearly.
I can relate to this so much because without sounding like a massive flog, Swanee,
Yeah.
I obviously for a hot second thought I was going to be Pink's backup dancer
Yes,
one day.
of course you did.
And I went to an art school for high school.
Yeah,
Here in
and now
Victoria.
just to explain to people that may not know what an art school is, because I didn't.
No. We
You
would
just
spend...
you just do dance and singing.
Yeah, we'd spend half the day of a school day dancing. It was longer. And then the other sort of 3 or 4 classes you'd do academic, but they were shortened, very core, quick classes.
Yeah, right.
So at lunchtime, it's when you're not practicing your art, right? Because you've already done it for 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
So you just want to eat lunch. You don't want to hear someone tapping. You don't want to hear someone playing the violin.
Yeah, of
you
course.
just want to eat lunch.
But Lady Gaga's there. Imagine if you and I were at school together and I'm like, what have you got in your lunchbox today?
Oh, Mum gave me some Smith's chips today, Swanee. How exciting.
Oh, can I have some? I've got
Yeah. What do you have?
Oh, I've just got some carrot sticks because I'm counting my points.
Of course, yeah.
That would have been me in high school.
Hey, actually, Swanee, you shouldn't be eating.
That would have driven me crazy.
Insane.
But what a great story.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
We're talking old schoolmates that ended up being very, very famous off the back of a podcast that's just been released with American Bachelor alum Carly Waddell, who went to school with Lady Gaga and said that she just sang all the time, specifically Frozen, when they're trying to eat their sandwiches.
No, Wicked.
Oh, Wicked. Yes, Wicked, sorry.
At lunch.
What a song, though.
Gravity.
Tell you what, if I could sing this, I think I would sing it all the time too.
Yeah, I agree.
Have you seen Wicked?
Yeah, obviously.
Did you cry from your soul when this was sung?
I can't remember.
Oh, God, I wept.
I remember crying at Billy Elliot more.
Did
Probably
you?
triggered. Joel Creasy would be having a field day if he's driving in listening to this.
Absolutely. If you are listening, Joel, I've got some jelly cakes for you. Now, 13, 24, 10, did you go to school with someone who ended up being very famous? Michael, who?
I had the privilege of going to school with Hugh Jackman.
Okay, this is big. It doesn't get bigger than Hugh Jackman. What was he like?
Oh, listen, I don't have a bad word to say about the bloke. I went to primary school and high school with him, and he was, I think he was a house captain in the junior school, and he was school captain in the
Of
in the high
course.
school, so-
Of course he was. Of course. And just kind and handsome and lovely.
Exactly, that's how he was. In fact, his brothers were a Rhodes Scholar and also vice head captain, so
Really?
massively overperforming family.
So as an old friend of his, how do you feel he's dealing with the split up from Deb?
I can't comment on that one, but I'm sure he's handling it very well.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Thanks, Michael.
Jamie, who did you go to school with?
Hey, I went to school with Ben Simmons.
Oh, from the NBA. Now, he was the one who just
Yeah.
stopped playing, didn't he?
Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
decided not to.
Not had enough.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
And he was the one who was going out with one of the Kardashians.
Yes, he was, yeah. Yeah.
And what was he like at school?
I didn't know him too well. I just knew like he was like an amazing, like he could dunk in year 8. Like it was ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
he was dunking in school tryouts, and yeah, it was pretty insane.
How cool.
About
There were some kids in my school, they never ended up like playing for Australia or anything. But to watch someone who's really good at sport to me is like a miracle.
It is
I'm
amazing.
hopeless.
But also basketball with dunking, I'm like, yeah, of course you can dunk. You're tall.
Yeah, that's true.
You can reach
No,
the hoop.
it's not about that. It's more than
No,
that.
it is. It's height.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you're tall. Great. You're a good basketballer.
Stop it. Beck, who did you go to school with who ended up being very famous?
So the year above me was Joel Edgerton.
Cool.
Love
So
Joel Edgerton.
classic Aussie actor. Yeah, he was an absolute larrikin, funny guy around school, excellent sports player as well.
Yeah.
And double banger, Delta Goodrum was flower girl at my year 11 debutante ball.
What?
Yes.
What school was that? What school did these people go to?
The Hills Grammar School in Sydney, Western Sydney.
The
Northwest Sydney, I should
Hills.
say.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
And what was Delta like at school?
Well, I was in year 11 and she was in year 2, so really only saw her at the ball, but she was very pretty, all dressed up in her lovely white dress with her golden locks all curled up nicely.
Of course,
and
gypsophila in the hair, no doubt. I mean, she was very famous from the time that she was in high school, so she probably wasn't at school very often.
No, she would have been homeschooled during Neighbours and stuff.
And let's finish with you, Nat. Who did you go to school with who was very famous?
Yes, I went to school with Jacinta Allen, our new Victorian Premier.
Oh, Nat, we wanted some really big names.
Famous.
Yeah.
Find a little something for everyone this Chrissie at Priceline Pharmacy. Gift well, feel fab, and love paying less all Christmas long. That's the Chrissie spirit.
We're giving you Chrissie's favourite things.
It's Chrissie's favourite things.
As I was sashaying around my local Priceline with my pink basket, I had one man's face in my mind.
Whose?
Yours, Nev.
Oh, damn.
Oh, Chrissie, you're a godsend, love.
Darling, is that short for Neville?
It is indeed, but nobody calls me Neville apart from my mother when she's given out to me. So
How long have
just
you
keep it
been?
as-
How long have you been in this country, Neville?
I have been in this country 25 years now.
I knew that it was a long time. You know that
Yeah.
you sound like you've just got off the Qantas airplane. Oh, Nev. God love ya. And
Thank
also,
you.
I mean, I'm going to get to your prize, which is amazing, but also I want to talk about potatoes. We love potatoes on this show, and you
Yeah.
being clearly Irish, what is your favourite incarnation of the humble spud?
It has to be a roast potato done with duck fat.
Oh,
Yum!
yes, Nev. Today's prize is a for him pack. And I know, in there is a little foot system for you. I bet your feet look like something from Lord of the Rings, no doubt. And being Irish, you're going to need this polished London teeth whitening powder for sure.
Oh, no, I have a beautiful set of pearly whites, I'll tell you now.
Good on you, Neville. Also, gin and tonic beard oil, a Gillette Lab set, and a really good skincare regime from Neutrogena, because most of you blokes are not looking after your skin, and you must.
You're right. We should be doing a lot more to
That's on its way to you.
You've got all of that, Nev. And if you'd like a crack at Chrissie's favourite things, head to the Nova Player app or Nova FM to register, and we could be calling you tomorrow.
Chrissie's clickbait.
Oh, even if you're the most rich and famous people in the world, exes and current partners very rarely get along. I love it when it happens, but it certainly isn't happening with the Kardashians and the Kanye Wests and the Bianca Sensoris of this world. Kim Kardashian said on a recent episode of the Kardashians this.
North, she'll go to her dad's. She'll be like, Dad is the best. He has it all figured out. He doesn't have a nanny. He doesn't have a chef. He doesn't have security. He lives in an apartment. And she'll start crying, why don't you have an apartment? I can't believe we don't have an apartment.
I love North.
I just love that North is judging her own mother. How old is she? She's 10.
10.
Judging her own mother about the help that her mother's enlisted.
Right.
But imagine having a chef.
Well, it's funny, Swanee, on that episode, North's making sushi, and Kim goes, oh, should we get the chef? And North goes, no, we're doing this on our own.
She's so independent.
Yeah, so it's like, because they've grown up with it, they don't want a chef and security, they want normalcy.
So North prefers being in her dad's abode because it's an apartment, and that means that he doesn't have security lying around, la la la. I get that. I think an apartment, like I'm with North, I think an apartment would feel a lot safer when you're the most famous children in the world.
I appreciate that, the security of it all.
Yeah.
But with Kim's house, it's a compound with like concrete walls and like staff ensuring no one gets in. Like you're safe, North.
Yeah, but she must see people like we do here at work wandering around with a flak jacket on. Have you seen the security guard here? A flak jacket on. Imagine how many times North has seen that guy, Victor, who we have here, in a flak jacket and a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, it's probably frightening growing up as a toddler with that.
It would be terrible. So Bianca said that they do have security. Thank you very much. They do have security, and it's putting everybody in jeopardy to assume that they don't. I think I'm always Team Kim, and I feel like what Kim is saying is they're not there in the apartment.
Correct.
Because it's probably high-rise, and unless Spider-Man wants to get you, then there's no luck.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
They're not scaling the wall up.
All right, moving on to Instagram, which is my preferred social media platform. In fact, it's the only one I've got. You know when you read a message and then you don't get back to the person, but they know that you've read it. There's a little sign that comes up that says read.
Read. I know. And everyone makes the common mistake of thinking if you've swiped and hit unread that it turns that message off. It doesn't. It just turns it off.
Doesn't it?
No. No. It's purely a reminder for you to check.
Oh, my
again.
God. I thought that meant that it took it back to...
No, it doesn't undo the red button on their end. It's just for you as like, I've got to go back to acting.
Oh, my God.
I've tested it with mates.
Well, fine. Have you?
Yeah.
Finally, Instagram will let you disable that notification.
No more red receipts.
No more red receipts on DMs. And it's not that I'm doing anything devious. If I've read your message, I might have just got distracted and then forgotten. I'm not doing it on purpose because some people go, you read my message 3 days ago and you still haven't responded. And I'm like, oh my God.
Got a bit on, mate.
Making falafel and jelly cakes and stuff.
Do you have your
That
red
is
receipts
great.
on text messages? Do you have them on?
No, I have that turned off. Because also, I don't care if you read my message
Yeah.
or not. I send it and then it's up to you to get back to me.
I didn't realise until the other day I've got them off, but somehow my phone, I must have accidentally done it, has put it on for a specific thread. I didn't realise you could do that. So with specific people, you can have red receipts on.
Really?
Yeah, and I got caught out not replying to someone.
Oh, no. It's the worst. Hey, we're out of here.
We sure are.
I'm very excited because Joel has asked me to bring in some jelly cakes from my birthday yesterday that my sister made me, and I remembered.
Well done, Swanee.
Yes.
Now check this out. The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.